We're coming to you live from Johannesburg. A very good morning to you. Welcome to the final hour of the Saturday edition of your Weekend Report. As we continue, of course, to bring you the latest news coming from Mbombela, where final preparations are underway for the January 8th statement. Let's kick off with this hour as we take you to the ANC's 112th anniversary celebrations, which are afoot. Our reporters Mweli, Masilela and Juniour Khumalo are monitoring developments there for us. Let's start off with you, Juniour. Of course, just looking and monitoring the stadium and wondering how many people are going to be able to fill that stadium. 42,000 capacity is what you made mention of a short while ago. In terms of the barriers of entry and the seemingly miscommunication of those who need to open the stadium, how are we faring now? Are more people trickling in?
Yes, the number of people trickling in has actually increased now. It seems like that has been sorted. We were actually supposed to be joined by the ANC's first Deputy Secretary General, Mbombela, just to give us an update of what has happened so far and how far they are in terms of the readiness for the President to deliver this January 8th statement. She will actually be joining us a little later on. She is actually making her way into the stadium as we talk, so we will be talking to her and just getting an update on what is the readiness of the ANC hosting this. Are they on time? We know that the President was supposed to start his address at around 11 o'clock. We expect all the NEC members to have come in and seated at around 10:30. We're not sure whether they are going to keep to that time, but we know that the ANC's alliance partners will also be here just to listen to the President as he delivered that much anticipated January 8th statement. This statement is what basically gives the ANC structures marching orders as they take on the year. It's a very important year for the ANC going into the national and provincial elections. Polls have been suggesting that the ANC might dip below 50%. There's also now the former President Jacob Zuma was campaigning for a different party, who seems to be joining forces with the former Secretary General of the ANC, Ace Mahashule, as well. So that poses another big problem for the ANC. So this is the opportunity for the ANC President to basically give marching orders to the ANC structures as they go into this crucial election year.
And with that in mind, looking at some of the supporters that have come in, a mixture of both young and old, what are some of the expectations that they speak of as they wait for this much anticipated statement?
Okay, I'm going to just step out of the shot and just show you these different people that have actually come from all walks of life, from Johannesburg, Gauteng, the Northwest. Most of them want to hear the President address the issue of load shedding. It has had a significant impact on the country's economy, especially small businesses have suffered because of load shedding. We heard the ANC throughout this week as it was campaigning, speaking about how opposition parties are going to use this as a weapon to basically influence South Africans not to vote for the ANC, saying that the ANC has failed in its attempt to resolve this issue. A lot of South Africans also will speak about basically employment. There is still a high unemployment level in South Africa. I think we are about at 31% of unemployed South Africans right now, and that's one thing that South Africans would want to hear the President address when it comes to this January 8th statement, as well as the party itself internally. Is there any unity within the ANC? This administration, when it came to power in December of 2022, the main issue that they were trying to address was unity within the party, and that is one thing that the President has to assure South Africans and these ANC structures, that the unity has been brought back into the party as it goes into these crucial elections.
Stakes are pretty high. Juniour Khumalo, let's leave it there for now and cross over to Mweli Masilela. Mweli, I know you've been monitoring the people who are trickling in, as well as those who are looking for opportunities and selling items that are linked to the ANC and just hoping to make some money. What are you seeing?
Yes, indeed, Mpo, as Juniour Khumalo is touching on the issue of unemployment. Yes, that's one issue that many people on the ground are talking about. As we are rightly putting it, this event, the January 8 celebrations, has activated a lot of economic activities here in Mbombela. We've seen that quite a number, almost all places of accommodation are fully booked, and some restaurants have been very busy in the city of Mbombela. So that's the kind of economic opportunities that we've seen on the ground. But also here, there's quite a number of people who are trying to sell different items, food, we are talking about regalia as well. So at least after this event, they'll have something to take home for. But also a lot of expectations on service delivery. There's been quite a number of service delivery protests here in Mpumalanga. People complaining about lack of clean drinking water and the issue of electricity. We've spoken about it quite a number of times. Let's try and speak to some of those who are here trying to sell some of the items here, especially ANC regalia. Mama said, if you can tell us, if you can maybe come up, if you don't mind, if you can tell us about business, how is it going? Has this event of the ANC made a difference?
It's slowly for now, but I know it will get there. Usually I'm doing this for a living. I know that it will pick up. But for now, because people are just entering, it's just a little bit slow.
You are also a resident here and maybe a supporter of the African National Congress. Your expectation in as far as the speech from the president of the ANC is concerned?
I'm not a resident here. I'm based in Joburg. I'm the member of ANC in good standing. I trust as I'm a member of the ANC. I trust my president will come up with something, because we can't just sleep in empty stomach as much as I'm doing this. But out there, people must come and do something for themselves so that you can take it from there.
All right, thank you very much, Mpo. As you can see the site, my colleague Nigumdonge is showing you the people who are now making their way to the stadium. And it is important to say that the Mpumalanga has been a home to the ANC in terms of support, a stronghold of this African National Congress. But what we have seen in the past few years is that indeed support of the party has been declining. And in the previous local government elections, that has reflected in some of those municipalities, the ANC getting below 50% in as far as the votes are concerned. Let's try to speak to some of those supporters who are making their way into the stadium. Mama, you are live on Newzroom Afrika. If you can tell us your name and surname, where are you coming from, and your expectations today?
I'm coming from, my name is Flower Mabilesa from Mututu. And today I'm expecting the president to solve our problems, because we've got many problems in our location. So today we need the president to tell the truth. Nothing at all. We want only the truth.
You are talking about problems. What are some of those problems that you are facing?
We don't have water, electricity, the roads, and employment, the youth employment. So we are expecting the president to do something about it.
I'll suspect that you are a member of the ANC. We've seen some people leaving the party, joining new political parties. Do you still have faith in the African National Congress?
Yes. This is our party. We are going nowhere. ANC, viva ANC.
All right, thank you very much for talking to us. Paul, if we still have got some more time, there are still quite a number of people that are making their way to the stadium. Of course, you've heard from some of those ANC members and supporters speaking to us here, raising issues that have been raised even way before. I was talking about the issue of municipalities, to say that the ANC, especially in the province, has emphasized that more needs to be done in terms of ensuring that service delivery is delivered to the communities. But in terms of the people on the ground, we've seen the issue of sewer spillages in some communities, the issue of the lack of clean drinking water, which means that as much as the ANC is trying to address those issues, still there are some challenges in many communities. And in terms of the support, I was speaking about the support in different municipalities, the ANC support declining. We have Ligwa municipality, for example. There's been quite a number of challenges there. but we know that the ANC has tried to gain control of that municipality, but we know that the mayor there comes from a community forum, which is the Lekwa Community Forum. So that in itself shows that indeed, as the leadership of the ANC descends here in Mpumalanga, those are some of the issues that they need to look into, especially going to the national elections. So we'll continue talking to some of those people who are making their way into the stadium, but it seems the issues that are being raised are almost the same.
Any idea at the moment, Mweli, on the order of events in terms of a program and what we can expect in that regard? Right, Mweli Masilela out there in Mbombela, in Mpumalanga, of course, ahead of the January 8 statement delivery. People trickling in their numbers, hoping to fill that 42,000-plus capacity stadium. Mweli, as we looked and observed the number of people coming in, some in song and dance, some really coming in slowly to enter that stadium, do we have an indication at this point in time on how the order of events will flow? What is expected to happen first?
Sorry, Paul, if you can please repeat your question, I've been struggling to hear you.
Okay, no. I was just talking about the order of events, Mweli. What's expected to happen insofar as the program is concerned?
Yes, Paul, we are yet to see what the program looks like at the moment, but we know that the expectation is that by 11 a.m. all ANC supporters and members should be settled inside the stadiums. That's the expectation. And of course, besides the provincial leaders doing those introductions, we're expecting messages of support from different alliance partners. And also, we've seen before this main event that the ANC Women's League as well as the ANC Youth League have been delivering those messages of support in terms of the activities that have been conducted in the province. We know the ANC Youth League making it very clear to the President of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa, that the issue of unemployment should be dealt with, and the issue of minerals here in South Africa, to say that they must benefit people of this country instead of those minerals being exported to benefit other countries outside of South Africa. So those have been some of the messages coming from the alliance partners. We've seen COSATU visiting other areas, including Lily Mine, to say those issues must be addressed, because Lily Mine important in this time around, because many people lost their jobs there after that mine collapse. So COSATU went there on the ground, but of course people on the ground rebelling to say that each and every time people think of doing campaigning, they come to them, but practically there are no solid solutions coming to those communities. So we're expecting those issues to come up in as far as messages of support are concerned as well, Paul.